If AI art is becoming more popular, do we overrate creativity?
A subtly provocative but perspicacious question from one Dr. Implausible. Bull. Not that he's offering bull, I just like saying bull. Anyway, anybody in the know knows about Velvet Sundown. You know, that AI band that is very, very popular. And Dr. Implausible is rightly asking, is consciousness overrated? Is creativity overrated? He goes into David Chalmers' notion of the philosophical zombie. I am close to human zombie, but no moral awareness. When you get home from work and you watch your 6 or 7 hours of TV, you go through the internet, you fall down a rabbit hole, you doom scroll, 6 or 7 hours there. You consume everything, often without thought, right? And maybe you create nothing. Is that not the state of a philosophical zombie? Let's also bring in supply and demand for a particular artistic niche. The 1980s, which Dr. Implausible has gone into. Remember the rise of stand-up comedy? There were comedy clubs everywhere. It was a seemingly new thing. Suddenly, a lot of people wanted to be stand-up comedians. They were driven by the mercantile opportunity to earn a living doing what they enjoyed doing. Except that what you had, essentially, here was a content version of Gresham's Law. Gresham's Law states that bad money drives out good. And when you have a big boom, you're going to have a lot of bad stand-up comics drive out the good ones. Same thing happened with podcasting. Suddenly, there's ad money everywhere. When there's money, you have tons of podcasters. But at some point, when you have too many bad podcasters, you're not going to get a return on results. So comedy clubs closed in the late 80s. ZipRecruiter, which is rather libertine about advertising on every motherfucking podcast, they stopped doing that. And then you just have this turgid, bloated mass of what's left. And the real artists, the people who are very good at this, the people who are passionate about it, they're still practicing, but they're not going to make a living at it. They're doing it out of passion. Now with AI, you're getting a bunch of AI slop that is completely saturating all fucking corners of the internet. Once again, Gresham's Law in effect. Bad music driving out good music. The so-called marketplace of ideas flooded with a bunch of AI mediocrity. A consumer base that is listening to this because it's all about continuous partial attention. They don't appreciate art. Bad art, AI-derived art, isn't saying, hey, you need to pay full attention to me. No, you can zone out and do something else while you listen to this bullshit. This is the hack stand-up comic of the 1980s is not there for the quality of his jokes. He's there so that the club can sell fucking drinks. The podcaster who only cares about money, they're there for the ads. It's not about the fucking podcast content. And when that becomes the overriding principle, Gresham's Law practitioners in an artistic field do not give a fuck. That's when all those noble virtues such as originality, creativity, and passion start to become meaningless. Except for those of us who wish to continue making art outside of this fucking bullshit, but who are a little angry that our craftsmanship isn't valued. Gresham's Law, a completely rigged game in which the real fucking craftsmen, the real artists, are pushed down because they're put on the same level as some fucking hack, some fucking AI-generated nonsense. Too much content. And the philosophical zombies who are coming home from work paying continuous partial attention are received by philosophical zombie artists who really don't give a fuck about art. Therefore, being original is not just a fucking amazing flex, it's kind of a revolutionary hammer that you throw into the fucking cog. And the question becomes this: do the good artists, do the people who have real heart and craft and passion and originality, who are sui generis, do they stand a fucking chance at beating this state of affairs? I have no fucking idea, but we still make art anyway. Unfortunately, the taint of bad art, bad money, that is driving out the good.